Hello everyone. Okay. Okay, welcome everyone to this workshop, how to start career and get a job in aerospace engineering. So this is the workshop we are having for all the students who are into aerospace engineering, whether they are a student or they are past. Okay. So if there is a student, he wants to know that how to start a career. How to start a career means if he is in the second year, in third year, so what should be the practices that he do that will make him easy to get into the job in the future. But if a student is passed out, still there's a need to know about the sectors and about the things where he's lacking the opportunities. Like suppose uh, I can understand that yes, internet is there, okay, and you can see all the abundant things is there. Internet has made our life easy as well as a bit tough. Why tough? Because now there's a lot of things, okay, and in a lot of things we have to search what is suitable to us, and that's the toughest thing. Okay, so that is why today we are going to have this workshop, and I'm going to tell you what we are going to cover into this topics. So the topics will be first we'll go to cover yes sectors of aerospace engineering, then requirements of aerospace industry, skills and certifications that are required, roles of gate in employment, jobs in abroad, and then we'll conclude this workshop. These are the basic things that are required. So yes, it's going to be a 1 hour workshop here. Let's begin with it. So I'm going to share with you the whiteboard, and well, let's see the concept on whiteboard itself. I hope everyone can see the whiteboard. Okay, after this workshop, when I will conclude the things, then you guys can have a one-on-one conversation, and this we will be solving the doubts. If you guys will feel that at any point of time you guys have some questions, then write it down, or you can just write inside the chat box. Okay, that will make you remember. So first of all, let's begin with our first thing. What is aerospace engineering in the as a whole? Let me give you a brief introduction about this. I know students here are already into this field, but still, aerospace engineering is equal to aeronautical engineering. If many students get confused about this thing, sir, in my college it is aeronautical engineering. How should I get to aerospace engineering? Well, it's all same. In the aviation sector, when colleges started to begin, like in the US first, then UK, then Germany, all those things. So there they called it aerospace engineering. Okay. Here also sometimes, when IIT started, they call it the aerospace engineering. In private colleges, the name is aeronautical engineering. Aeronautical is somewhat in the abroad, not in India. In the abroad, the curriculum of aeronautical industry is somewhat related to the marines also. Somewhat related to marines. That means ocean engineering. A little bit, not more than that. But yes, because hydrodynamics and aerodynamics they are somewhat comparable. So aeronautical engineering has some syllabus related to the oceanic sciences, atmospheric sciences, earth science. Okay? That's what we are going to talk into the sector itself. So aerospace engineering in India is equal to aeronautical engineering. Don't have a doubt at all. Now, aerospace engineering. What are the main things that is the making? So before we go into that, how to do this thing. So before we go into all those things that are required exactly into the aerospace engineering, let me give you a brief introduction of what is the starting point to the end point of aerospace engineering. So first of all, begin with if a student like whoever has joined here or whoever are in the engineering colleges, like if a student thinks that okay, I want to build an aircraft, what should he first learn? He can't just start building an airplane. No? There should be some things that he wants to start learning. So the first thing that he will be learning is aeronautical or aerospace. That's air. So air is the first thing. that he should be studying. Air is the first thing that will be going into the thing called, at air means atmosphere. And where is atmosphere? Atmosphere is in Earth. So he will know about Earth. He will know about atmosphere. There's troposphere, stratosphere, tropopause, stratopause, exosphere, ionosphere. There are various types of atmosphere. And air, situation of air is, changing in all those things. So this is the air. After air, he will try to build a particular vehicle, which can fly into the air. Got it? Which can fly into the air. So he will focus on some, some construction, basically, some manufacturing thing he will try to do. Yeah? Maybe if you have paper, you can make a paper airplane. If you have a balsa wood, if you have some, thermocoals and all those things, the sheets like that, you can start to make an RC aircraft. If you go more into that thing, you have motors and all, you can build a quadcopter, octocopter. More than that, you can make various other things like UAVs are there, all those things. The first thing is to study about air, the properties of air, where you are good, which is your field of work. I will get to the job, but yes, before that, let's brainstorm it and write all the terms related to it. Then only we will be able to get it to the what are the sectors that we can go to. So construction means what? Construction means some structure, right? Some structure that will have the length, width, some mechanism. The mechanism means there can be if you see the joints, if you will start making something like suppose you have a paper, you will fold now, you will be trying to make it a shape. How will you make a shape? First of all, to make a structure, you will look for materials. Okay, you will look for materials. So materials is a great thing. Yes, so you will study materials. Okay, materials are very much needed, like whether it's the ferrous materials, non-ferrous materials, whether it's magnetic materials are needed. What will be the strength? What will be the tensile strength and ultimate tensile strength? Or like all the structures, like what will be the torsional rigidity, all the moduluses, all the things that are required. You will study that of a material. You will get the data. Now it's available on internet. Now it's available everywhere. If you want to know that, yes, how molybdenum work or how aluminum works, or what are the alloys that we can make, how to increase the strength, everything is available on internet. And yes, this is the reality of this thing. But still, people are not reading that those things. People are busy into Instagram and all. But yes, there are things that you can read. So materials are the things. Okay. Materials. When you will study materials, you will get to know that yes, this material I will pick. Okay. So first of all, picking the correct material is the thing. Okay. When you suppose you pick the correct material, then what will you do with the raw material? You will do nothing now. So what will you do? You will start making it manufacturing. So you will start making shapes, or we can say parts. Okay, we will make various parts. Like suppose in the aircraft, there you might have seen the photo, likely not Da Vinci or whatever. So we have seen the photo. Yes, this is the photo of a general thing. So what is that? This is the capsule. That's called, this is the wing, and then there can be engines and all various things. So whatever shapes that you have in mind, or whatever shapes that you are working with, you will be creating all those shapes with like materials. You have created shapes using various manufacturing techniques. So you will get to know that yes, what I will do, I will use the shaper machine, I will use the planer machine, or I will use some uh, lathe machine, some parts of lathe machine. What will I do? The like whether I will do milling, whether I will do what kind of operation will be there. Mostly it's sheet metal operations into the aircraft. But yes, you should know the manufacturing techniques. Okay. Now, after you have created separate parts, what you have to do? You have to do assembly. You have to assemble the parts, na? That's how you will make the whole part. So before all these things, material safe, there's a thing called aircraft design also. That's thing that we have missed. Aircraft design. After you decide the materials, you will make into the parts and components. Then you are techniques. Then you are going to make it assembly. In assembly, what's important? In assembly, the important things are whether it's a pin joint, whether it's a knuckle joint, whether it's a you know uh, this thing called building, if you make it a permanent joint, whether you will make it a joints like fitter joint, there are various kind of joints are there. What kind of joint will you use? So that's a study of mechanisms. Okay, like suppose there's a thing that you are going to make. Yeah. So will you pin 4 times, or will you pin 6 times? Will you pin 8 times? What's your strategy? What's the thing that you are going to do? This is again a topic of study. That's the thing called machine design. When you will designing the machine, that's called machine design. Now there will be some movable components, some immovable components. Movable component means they will be moving something. Like one thing is moving another thing is moving another. Like suppose you are making the compressor blades. So in compressor blades, there's a shaft connecting from compressor to the turbine. And when turbine rotates, compressor rotates. Okay. So that mechanism, how will you connect that mechanism? For that mechanism, you will have to study theory of machines, how machines work. Okay. What are the things called gears? Are there, gear trains are there, cams are there. So there are too much things to study for us aircraft engineer, for an aerospace engineer. It's not an easy subject. Okay, it's not easy to get into the jobs. Why not easy to get into jobs? I will be getting to the thing like why this is the toughest thing that you have to study, because all the mechanical things you are going to study. So even so first thing, the air is the biggest thing that you have learned. Okay, now you got the study the air. Okay, after air, what we have done? We have done the construction. Now we have to fly, but it's not like some fruit selling cart, no, that you will just push. Okay, you will require a propulsion system. Okay, propulsion system is needed, right? So propulsion system means that how to move it forward, even an inch, even a foot, and not on the ground. No, you don't have to make a ground. If on the ground, there are already machines there. Okay, so how to make a propulsion system to go up? Okay, now you got to study the air. Now you got to study the construction. Now you got to study that yes, this is how I will go up. Propulsion system will be there. Maybe it's vertically take off. Maybe it's a short take off, something like that. Now, what will you do if you are in the air? Now that's the important, into the air. What will you do into the air? That's when the term called aerodynamics. Aerodynamics means the property of a moving object into the air. Okay, property of a moving object into the air. How that property changes. Now, when you increase the speed through your propulsion system, that then there will be the things that's the dynamic thing. Dynamic means what? You don't know what's going to happen next. That's what you will be studying. That's aerodynamics. No one knows what will happen after aircraft. The construction in the First World War. After First World War, the production was very high. But yes, during the First World Wars, these were the eyeballs catching. The like aircrafts are there, bombers are there. Very much. What was the problem at that time? There was a thing called sonic barrier. Sonic barrier means if you have a bit idea of Mach numbers and all, you might get to know that Mach number 1 is called the sonic Mach number. That's a sonic condition. Before that, it's called uh, subsonic thing. Then that's called a small subsonic or large subsonic, that's kind of thing. So, what subsonic thing? So subsonic things means that we are flying below the speed of sound. Okay, and that sound speed was the barrier. No one was trying to get ahead of that. And you might have to get to proud that Mr. Satish Dhawan from ISRO had written a paper about transonic aircrafts, transonic things, and he was a contributor regarding this thing. So after World War, what happened? That yes, people started researching on these kind of things. So at that point of time, this research was pinpointed, this research was started, and yes, they crossed the sound barrier. Today, you can see what kind of advanced technologies we have. Okay, so aerodynamics is very much important thing. So now you have studied the air, you have studied even aerodynamics. That yes, I can fly. You have studied propulsion system, you have studied the construction that you can improve over the time. But yes, you have studied, you know the knowledge. Now the next thing means first of all trajectory. How will you go up? How will you come down? because you can't stay in the air forever. Na? You have to come down. So how will you go up? How will you come down? The trajectory is required. How much distance will it be required to take you off? How much distance will it be required to to land yourself? Then what will be your stability into the air? Okay, how much fuel will you need to fly? How much kilometer? Okay, and if you have some certain amount of fuel, then how much far can you go? So all these calculations come under flight mechanics. That's called flight mechanics. Okay, now today is the electronics world. Okay, this is the thing called electronics, and you guys might have know that this is a FBW, that is fly by wire system. Okay, initially in the 1970s era, all the controls, aircraft controls, like the rudders are there and ailerons are there, elevators are there. They were mechanically connected. Mechanically connected means rope and pulleys were used. Ropes means some. If you see the old HAL aircrafts, then you will get to know. You will get to see those things. The wires were there. Okay, those kind of systems don't exist now because it's all electronically available now. You just press the button and ailerons are get controlled. Okay, so that's how the things are right now. Fly by wire system is there. So you have to fly by wire systems means electronic instruments. Now this is one more sector. Okay, electronic instruments in the aircraft aerospace engineering curriculum. Most of the universities have this avionics systems, but for one semester, aircraft system is there, like fueling system is there, air conditioning system is there, and cabin pressurization system is there, fire system is there, oxygen system is there. There are various systems working into the aircraft, but yes, people are not interested into learning these things. People, because if they learn, then what will happen now? They will have a great sense of knowledge and they can decide that yes, this is where I want to do, I want to go. Aircraft maintenance engineers, they are also some they are just studying for a particular job. If you will study for job particular thing, now you will always be confused. Why? Because you haven't made your base. You haven't decided that in what field are you going to do. So you can see that these are the sectors in each and every sector. Like if I am going to make the component for each and every sector, you will get to know that yes, this is how we can go. Okay, let me keep on saving this thing. Yeah. Now let's go on to the next. So sectors of aerospace engineering. Let's go to sectors of aerospace engineering. First of all, aerospace not is not itself a core branch. People can say that it's a core branch, but yes, it's a subordinate branch of mechanical engineering basically. So if I will make the mechanical engineering, okay, what's the definition of mechanical engineering? Mechanical engineering means something which is moving and we are studying that. As simple as that. Okay, something which is moving, we are studying that. That's called mechanical engineering. Nothing else. Okay. Even the steam, if you're studying about a steam engine, if you're studying about steam, that's also moving. That's also moving from one stage to another stage, but yes, it's moving. So mechanical engineering is the first thing. If you get on to the other things like aerospace engineering is itself a thing. Yes, aerospace engineering. Then it is automobile engineering. Then it is marine engineering, ocean engineering. Okay, marine engineering and ocean engineering are a bit different. Why? Because ocean engine, there are two things. One is offshore things. Offshore things means like near the sea or near the ocean, like at the edge of it. That's basically the ocean engineering thing. Marine engineering thing is like the oil drilling and all those things. So, but technically, marine engineering can also be called as petroleum engineering. So yes, petroleum engineering is also a thing. Knowledge does not get wasted. It's not required that yes, initially you have to approach only for ISRO and only for DRDO or only for HAL. Because if you are growing with that mindset, then yes, it will affect very much. Why? Because those are government agencies and it's not easy to go into them. Why not? Okay, I will come to that, but yes, wait a minute. First, let's write the sectors, then I will come to that. Why is it tough to get into the aerospace engineering job? And why is it the possibility is very less? So, how to improve yourself? That's the topic today. So, petroleum engineering is there, ocean engineering there, then there is this called earth sciences, then atmospheric sciences, atmospheric sciences. You can go to applied mechanics field also. Although these are research fields, but yes, you can go to these fields. Okay, petroleum engineering I have added. Yes, petroleum engineering I have added. You can go for metallurgy, metallurgical engineering. Okay, you can go for metallurgical engineering even. But yes, a very good effort is required. Not metallurgical engineering. The point is that how to approach. Avionics is there, so yes, you can go to electronics engineering as well. The student who knows how to make a quadcopter by himself, not by some coaching or training. Initially maybe by coaching or training, but if he has experience of making RC aircraft for 2 years, he knows a lot of electronics engineering already as per the industrial requirement, not like basic requirements or basic whatever we study in college, but not as per industrial requirement they can do this thing, electronics engineering. So these are the sectors of aerospace engineering where you can go. I might not have added one, two or more, but yes, there are a lot of things that you can do. Now, let's get to our main question that I'm going to answer now, which I adjusted for 2 times. That why it's tough. Okay, maybe I will start from the next page. Okay, here one. Let me go into the sectors of aerospace engineering are there are design, there is a research, there is simulation. I will come into this thing. There's manufacturing, there is materials, there's called systems. Systems if you study, there's called avionics if you study. So these are the basic things that we will be covering. And all these things are basically related to all the engineering. These are the basic sectors. Okay. Now let's come to next. Why it's tough to get job in aerospace engineering? Let's understand a bit of business here. Why it's tough to get a job in aerospace engineering? Now, don't let's just wear another glasses and see from that lens. Okay. So just give me a sec. Okay. So yeah, why is it tough to get job in aerospace engineering? Why the most important thing is called money. A lot of money. A lot of money is already on risk. It's a risky business. Aircraft industry is a risky business. If you are flying with Indigo today and suffered some, a pilot might suffered some. Like recently, in if you follow into the previous month, there were two spies and one Indigo problem was there. Like some technical failure was there or some technical problem was there during the flight. So what happened? They came down. Okay, they returned to the airport, and how much loss that particular airline had suffered due to that only. Who is the responsible person? First, aircraft maintenance engineers. who didn't do the routine check. Second, who is responsible? The aircraft manufacturers, who might have added some faulty systems, or might, whatever the problem was there was not a manual. They were the problems. So aerospace engineers or aeronautical engineers, system engineers. Then third, maybe the technical author, the problem, the technical publications who have written the documentation, they might have missed something. Yeah, people are outsourcing these things. So yes, a lot of people are can be responsible if a small failure occurs. That's why it's the riskiest business in the world. Aviation industry has a lot of scope, but a lot of risk. And due to that lot of risk involved, due to a lot of money involved, they are looking for only bright candidates. If you are better than a person whom they already have, then only you can go into that field. Even in the initial stage, you might have to have that amount of knowledge that is required to go into this thing. Why? Because you see, let me give you a small example. There are various skills people study here in India in undergraduate. Students who are in second year, third year, they are trying to, studying CATIA. But what will CATIA do? What is in Boeing? How they are using these things? How they are designing the parts? Don't have exposure to that. Secondly, and you are not even trying to find the exposure to that. It's not the problem with the uh, company itself. It's not the problem with it. It's the problem with the students itself. The students are not searching enough, and if searching, not circulating enough. Okay, so there's a lot of misguidance. There's a lot of non-guidance by the aerospace engineering field. Even if you ask the professors also, no, there's a lot of thing like uh, they're not interested exactly. Okay? They're not interested exactly because in many of the colleges, in many of the things, the professors are even not that much interested into their subject. They're just interested in teaching, going to home, teaching, going to home. Yeah, that's what's happening in the colleges right now. If somewhat research is happening, so India is at some low level that even the basics is a bit tough for the students. Why? Because there's a lack of interest. Only what we are seeing is package, package, and package. Okay. When our computer science graduates are passing out, companies are very much in progress to hire those talent. They are spending a lot of money because company can make 10x from that. If company is paying someone 10 lakh, company can make 1 crore from that. So people are not understanding that. People are celebrating those 10 lakhs. And in the dream of that 10 lakh, all the students, they are not focusing on the core thing. Core thing is what? Core thing is mathematics. If you are going back into all those things that I have given you, everything will require mathematics. Each and every, if you touch anything, it will require mathematics. And people, why people study mathematics? Why are they interested in mathematics? To get marks in exam, not to implement it. They're not interested in implementing it. If I will ask 99% of aerospace engineering students won't give me the exact definition of that why are they differentiating at this moment or why are they integrating at this moment. Even in continuity equation, momentum equation, whatever the things are there. But yes, why is there a differentiation? Why is there integration? They don't know. They are just copying it. They are just learning it. They are just following things, and that will not be the approach to go to job, go to the things like that. So aerospace engineering is a tough thing to get the job. There are two ways to go. Like in India, there are two ways to go. In abroad, there is only one way to go. There are two ways to get job in aerospace engineering. One is called exam based, which is 1%, and then skill based, which is 99%. Why exam based is 1%? Because rarely some exams are there. Okay, rarely some exams are there, and if some exams are there, very less seats are, very less vacancies, then reservation. There's a lot of things there. Okay, so that's the police approach to go into that path. What is the thing that 99% of the students can do? Yeah, learn a skill. I will be coming to that topic. What are the skills required? But yes, A lot of money a lot of money is there in aerospace engineering if you are talented enough. But yes, it's the thing called Rome was not built in a day. Okay? Rome was a beautiful city in the old time, but Rome was not built. I'm sorry, Rome was not built in a day. So in one day you want to be expert. You want to be expert after this workshop. You might get some interested. You might get some, something like, yes, I will do. Okay, but consistently, how much time can you give? If you are making some goal for your second year, if you for your third year, how every day you are focusing something and you are trying to get achieving that. Okay, so that is very much important thing. Now, if you are learning some skill, if you are implementing it, if you are knowing that what industry is requiring, and then working along with it, even many students don't write emails to the employers, don't even know how to write an email to the employers. They There's a thing, I think, in every engineering college, there's a thing called technical communication or business communication that is being taught in first year itself. But still, people are just about to pass the exam. They are not learning that skill. They are not into the marketing thing. That what impressive thing I can write into the email that a person when he reads, he gets convicted. He gets convinced that yes, I will give him the internship. How to persuade someone? Okay, that's not people are doing. They are not even very much capable to writing emails, and they don't even know that whether you have to write hello sir, dear sir, respected sir. They don't know the difference. So that's the very much problem. If there's a networking problem is there, communication problem is there. There are a lot of problems. Even that's a soft skill problem. Hard skill is the all though different thing. Even if you know the answers thing, abacus thing, there's a thing called getting out of the comfort zone. Getting out of the comfort zone doesn't mean that you get up in the morning. Getting out of comfort zone means getting out of syllabus. If any student is saying in the exam, sir, this question is not in syllabus, then that means that you are studying only for the exam. Okay, so if you are ready to learn what is out of syllabus and fighting for it, and yes, learning more and more and implementing it, reading more and more about it, because not on YouTube, not on Instagram everything will be available. Yes, and what everywhere everything will be available in the journals, in the books. Read it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, because that's where the actual knowledge is. Okay, let me give you an analogy, although this is not related to the space, but an analogy like very much people in India know him. That's Mr. Warren Buffett. Mr. Warren Buffett is an investor. Okay, and his reference of investing is the oldest book in 1930 from Benjamin Graham. So he's the billionaire. He follows the book by 1930. And when the book of Fundamental of Aerodynamics by J.D. Anderson was written, it was written in 1975 or 1980 around. Okay. So and what studying before that. So they were studying the journals of Ludwig Prandtl. They were learning the things of Oppenheimer and various other scientists related to this thing. They were studying Maxwell. They were studying Max Planck, and all those things. So these things people were studying. So when you will start reading, then only you will get the conceptual knowledge, the analytical thinking, that why this part is this much. If you are just trying to copy it, if you are just trying to replicate it, you will not get the skill. Okay, you can't copy a design in the cat. If someone was seeing the tutorial on into YouTube and they are just copying that into the computer, that might be good for learning, but what next? Do you know that why that particular angle was taken? What is the reason behind that angle? You're not a drawing student, huh? You are a designer. You are an aircraft designer, aerospace designer. You might have to do the load balancing. You might have to understand about, yes, whether that component will be pivoted, or what will be the things. Okay. So there's a lot of requirement of hard skills as well as the soft skills. But even hard skill is very much competitive. Why? Because the world has gone very high, and we are at where we are not even reached the 1 out of 100. Okay, ISRO is at 40 out of 100. And NASA or maybe America or UK, they are basically 70 or 80 out of 100. We haven't even achieved everything. Okay, so you have to get serious. You have to get to know about what are the things that are exactly required. So, what is the next thing that we are going to study in the workshop today? It was somewhat related to sectors of aerospace engineering, requirements of aerospace engineering. Requirements of aerospace engineering, I told already that yes, skill based or exam based, you have to have hard skills as well as the soft skills. Very much required. That is the requirement of aerospace industry. And aerospace industry is again love, like I'm getting to the things like design and simulation and all. Okay, let's write the thing requirements of aerospace industry today. Let's go first. That is called design. So in design, and I'm also writing here and skill required. What will be the skill required for this? So in design, what is the thing that you are needed? You are needed to make the dynamic designs. You are needed to make some advanced designs, advanced design techniques even. Here, if you will ask how many students in your class can make a circle into the CATIA and intrude it or extrude it, sorry, yeah, extrude it basically. Yeah, 99% of the students won't be able to do that. You see, very small circle. And even if they won't be understanding that after circle, will it be sphere or will it be cylinder? You see, where the problem stands. If a circle will be extruded, it will be cylinder, not the sphere. Many people will think, okay, sphere will go on to the make the circle by the circles. No. So design is there. If you are going for design, advanced design techniques, advanced design techniques with analytical thinking. If you have analytical thinking means again mathematics. Think mathematically. Advanced design techniques with analytical thinking. What are the softwares? First of all, is learn only CATIA. CATIA is more than enough for design things. Second thing is called simulation. Now in simulation, I will talk about various softwares. So it's not necessary to go into all of them. Now in simulation, there will be transient, non-transient analysis, linear, non-linear. When we study for gate now, what we do, we write that okay, this particular fluid is incompressible, inviscid, irrotational. We are not trying to touch the hardest thing, that is rotational, that is that is non-linear, that is compressible, that is rotational. Okay, we are not trying to touch those things. We are only getting into the short thing, easy things. That is why exam based thing is very long, and it's very not out of comfort zone actually. So simulation softwares are basically ANSYS is the still the bigger player in the country. ANSYS, Abacus, get a knowledge of MATLAB also, get the knowledge of Simulink. It's not necessary that you get knowledge of 100% of each and every software, but yes, at least install that into your computer. At least see what are the things, see some tutorials, see what that software do. And ANSYS is there, Abacus is there, MATLAB, Simulink, OpenFOAM is also there. It's a good software. You guys might check. Okay, today I'm giving you one more software where you can design the airfoils. It's called Design Foil. Very free software on internet. You can check. Design Foil. Yeah, simulation you can do. You like NACA series was there, NACA 4412, 3312, 3324, whatever. You can play with that and you can see like how things are happening. What are the center of pressure is where, aerodynamic center is there. But what are the things that are there? That's called a simulation. Third is manufacturing. So manufacturing means advanced manufacturing, additive manufacturing. Okay, advanced manufacturing. Now our time, people are focusing on very less. Uh, that's called yeah. That's the thing. Very less damage they are required, like very less garbages they are required, like byproducts. They want to mold it in a single way, in a single shot. That's advanced manufacturing, additive manufacturing. So, CNC models you can see, advanced welding you can see. Softwares is like NX Cam, computer aided manufacturing. You can check Rhino Cam also. Okay, these are the softwares that you can study for manufacturing. Fourth sector, if you are going to see, yeah, research. Research means everything. Research is not related to something like that. Research means whole of aerospace. So design, simulation, manufacturing, then material systems and avionics. What are the things? So materials, again, materials is there. Uh, there's one more software here. Note it down. That's called Pattern. Let's see for that software also. It's also related to simulation and manufacturing. But yes, Pattern is there. Now here materials is there, and systems are there, and research is there. They all need to read journals. What you have to do, go to Google Scholar, type into Google or Google Scholar, then type the topic you want to read. There are various free articles that you can read. Make the habit of reading. If reading is your habit, then only you can get to know about the topic. Otherwise, not. You can't watch the YouTube video and everything, and it's not easy for the person who knows that skill to make such videos, because without illustration, it's very tough to make the people understand about those things. Even the smallest thing, it's tough to make people understand. But if you read, visualize, then by yourself you can understand very well. Okay, so read journals, Google Scholar type topic. Then it will be there's another thing called this time. This website was not allowing the people without. They are allowing with Gmail ID also, so you can sign up on that. A thing called ORCID. Okay, ORCID profile is there. If you are going to the research thing, there are various things. Journal numbers there, impact factor is there. A lot of things are there. Now, seventh is called avionics. For avionics, one more thing I will go to write about. Coding. Coding is also a skill that I will add as a requirement. Why coding and what kind of coding I will tell you in a bit. Now avionics, the system is embedded systems. Embedded systems. RC, radio controlled aircraft. Then guidance system. There were various plots. If you guys have studied about the topic called automatic control or control systems, there were various plots like Nyquist plot is there, Bode plot is there, and Ruth Hurwitz criteria is there. There are various things you might get to know about those things. And for avionics, this MATLAB and Simulink will help again. So MATLAB, Simulink, and in the previous times the coding was done in the C, but now Python is very important. In coding also start with Python. Python is the base right now. Learn C, C++ also. There's a language called Fortran also. You can learn that also. Formula translation, very much required. So yes, these are the basic languages that you can start with. Java, if you can understand this, yes, make, because mostly the internal softwares of airlines, internal software of everything related to that are based on Java. So Java is also good starting point. If you know the basic of Java, you can go beyond. At least that will be the minimum thing that you can go with a skill. So these are the things that you can go to this. Okay. Okay. Now the next topic is about whether how much gate is helping. Role of gate in employment. Role of gate in employment. So GATE does not guarantee employment, but GATE will guarantee you one thing. Here this is GATE exam, and here it is employment. If you think that after GATE you can get employment, then no, it is wrong, very, very wrong. In between there is a thing. So in after GATE, you will be open to opportunities, networking, connection building, and academic improvement, and specifically a good environment, a competitive environment, and that will give you the employment. Got it? So GATE exam is not necessarily connected to the employment. GATE will connect to this. So if you will, if you are giving GATE, try to make it to IITs, NITs, and don't focus on the packages. If you want to go into the core sector, then also if you want to go into the IT sector even also, then after going to these colleges, don't don't feel bad if you are not getting into IT only, if you're not getting into IIT Kanpur. After 10 years, nothing matters. Okay, what matters exactly is you might after 10 years, if you have a great skill, you might be sitting to the Airbus. What's important thing is there that yes, you took the right step at the right time. If you are into Indian Institute of Information Technology, triple ITs, from the COAP, Cope Counseling. Then also what you will be getting to know, you will be getting to learning about the data science, big data, blockchain, and AI. There are various things that can be included into avionics, can be included into the aerospace engineering. So yes, you are learning something, and you are learning something. So make a career into that particular part. So that's how you can do it. Don't miss the opportunities. Okay. So try and prepare for GATE. Prepare as fast as early as you can. Okay, because GATE is the very smallest thing that you can do in your life. Okay, as per what I have given you into the previous slide, the GATE is the smallest thing that you can do. So if you will that only, na, in the previous slide, whatever you have seen, if you do that, if your basics are strong, if your mathematics are strong, GATE it can be easily cracked. It's just about the practice. Practice is required in the GATE. Okay. So yes, GATE can be done. That's the rule of GATE in employment, nothing else. If you will have a good rank, then DRDO might ask you for an interview, but not guaranteed after how much time, after how much day. Okay, that's the thing. Now jobs in abroad. Okay, this is the important thing. What is the? It is difficult. Why? Because India is very far fetched from that. But yes, there's a possibility. Jobs in abroad. So what is the first method? First method is do masters from abroad. If you're doing masters from Canada, try to get settled in UK or USA, or try to find jobs searching there. Achha, some industry, I will talk about some industries also where you can go. So that is the first method. Second method is hard skill with projects. Hard skills with projects. Now projects are very much necessary. Projects are means updated. Updated means like new projects, not like some old design, but it's very easy to copy. One more thing I'm telling you, what is going to happen in aerospace industry is, suppose you are thinking of an idea that I can make the airfoil like that, and I will run a simulation and this will work. Maybe some person in the world has already done that. Okay? Maybe that thing has already been published. It's just that you don't know this. Okay, so you have to stay updated always. Okay, so get out of that social media zone if you want to get a job in aerospace engineering, because it's tough, and start doing these things. Okay, So there are two methods. First method is do masters from abroad. Second method is hard skills with projects. There's a third method also. Third method is the intruder method. If you have money, then go abroad for an internship. There is psychology of employers. I'm telling you, if you are going to some company for an internship, not Indian companies, abroad companies. In India also, there is like various new startups are there into aerospace, like Brahmastra is there, and Skyroot Aerospace is there, and uh, the Agnikul Cosmos is there. Various startups are there into India itself. Now, in abroad, what will be happening? What is the psychology of an employer? Suppose you went for an internship, and in the 2 months or 3 months or maybe 6 months, you are doing well. The employer will always know that what you are doing, how you are doing. Okay, you don't have to give him the progress report. He knows your progress report. He is spending money on you, so he knows the progress report. And if he sees the correct progress, he might offer you the job. Okay. So after getting the internship, don't lose focus. Okay, improve your focus, increase your focus more, because that is the first step towards job. So go abroad for internship. Why I said that about money? Because grants are very much less available for internship. Grants are very much available for masters. Not necessary to do the masters into same branch, aerospace engineering. You can go for airline aviation management. Aviation management is a field in Germany, very much required there. Okay. So for those skill, like suppose let me give you an example. Okay, like operations example. Suppose suppose Airbus, Indigo, various aircrafts are coming into the Mumbai airport or Delhi airport at same time. Huh? So how to clear out all those paths? Like ATC, air traffic control is also a good game for avionics engineer. If you are going to be an avionics thing, ATC can also be a very good option. And Airport Authority of India also have some exams related to the ATC controller, junior ATC controller they have. So you can start your career with that also if you are trying to get with exam based things. Now, what are the things like aviation management means the person who is sitting and deciding what time, what particular gates will be there for what kind of flights, what are the arrangement for those things, and so airlines trust on that, airport authority trust on that, and that's the skill of aviation management. It's a very top notch skill. Okay? But people are always like thinking like, okay, I will go into factory and making some products, or maybe I will sit with computer and make some designs. But no, it's not that easy. You have to go beyond your comfort zone, beyond your thing, to get to know more about that. So these are the things that are into the abroad, jobs in abroad, if you want to get to jobs in abroad. Now, the last thing to conclude about it is what we got from this workshop. This workshop we got, not easy to find job, not easy to find job, but if you have hard skills with projects and understanding of current industry trends and understanding of current industry trends, then job is a possibility. Job is a possibility. Second, if you want to, if you want, no, if you try, no one wants. If you try to come out of comfort zone and spend time with books, manuals, journals, and apply those knowledge and apply knowledge in skills. development, job is a possibility. Third is have a positive approach, have a positive approach towards every sector of engineering, towards every sector of engineering. Remember, you are valuable at least somewhere. Okay, why I'm saying this? Because sometimes the people in after final year they don't have very much, they don't have gate rank, they don't have many things, but yes, they are very good in developing the UAVs. So at least they are valuable into the avionics business, they are valuable into for the avionics companies. So you are valuable at least somewhere. And the last thing that I want to say is start your journey of struggle and be consistent. There is no shortcut. No shortcut. Okay. If you like this workshop, you can write a post on LinkedIn tagging your engineer that yes, you have joined this workshop, and you can put on Instagram also about the pictures of these things. If you have this thing, tag your engineer so that people will get to know about this workshop, and that will be the most important thing to get more people know about the workshop. If you have the peers around you, you can tell them also that yes, we can have the workshop. And now it's time for Q&A session. So if you guys have any question, just ask me about that.
Hello, sir. I have a doubt.
Hello, Puneet. How are you?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, tell me, what's the doubt?
Sir, for joining ISRO, there's no separate exam for aerospace engineering, right?
Hmm. So there's a thing called ICRB. ICRB
Uh,
holds the exam, and the exam is basically for scientists C in mechanical engineering. Aerospace engineering students are allowed for that exam, and very less seat arrangements are there. 13, 15 seats are there hardly. If they're for aerospace specifically, for for mechanical there might be 35, 36 seats, but out of that aerospace are preferred for 13, 15 seats. Okay. Why exactly not aerospace? Because the exact concept of ISRO is about making satellites. Now in satellite building, three things are important. First thing about is the design of a satellite. Okay. So mechanical engineers are good designers, they can design the satellite. You have to find that why you are required there. Okay, not just because of the exam, because if you will crack the exam of ICRB na, that's because that's the easy exam, there's no negative marking. If you know about the manufacturing, there are a lot of questions from manufacturing in that exam. But after that, what will be the thing? There will be an interview, and that will be the hardest thing, because in that they will consider whether you are capable or not. So you have to make yourself ready for interview most of the time. You have to know that yes, how what are the processes of ISRO and how you can get yourself fit into that. So the design, the manufacturing, the simulation things, and research things, whatever you have read, and most of the important thing is updated with current industry trends. Why? Because ISRO is also a market. ISRO basically send satellites of other countries, of other agencies to the space. So they are dealing with the current industry trends. Like suppose 5G is there. Now, how will 5G work? 5G will work if some satellite will be there into the space that is handling the 5G broadbands. So that satellite must have been sent by ISRO, by some other space agencies. So that's the current industry trend. You might have to get updated about that. Okay. Might not into the all sectors, but yes, at least have the knowledge of all the sectors a little bit. है ना? That will be the thing if you want to get into ISRO. For interview phase, for exam phase, you can start reading about the manufacturing systems, start learning those things. The basics are being asked into the ICRB exam. Whenever the next exam gets on, you can hop onto that exam and try to pass that. Okay, that's why they have the high cutoff also, because the exam is easy. Okay,
Okay, so sir, what about electrics and computer for ICRB? How are the exams?
electrical and computer science branches.
Yes, sir.
Huh. So if you are from electrical engineering or from computer science engineering, then also the same concept is there. But yes, computer science engineering students must have to get prepared for what kind of coding is going to there, what kind of coding skill exactly required. Like I told you, that Python is required. Okay, but along with Python, the simulation generally runs on C, C++, Java. The softwares are mostly made of Java. Okay, so get to use of the Java, because that will be the ask things, computer programming, computer organization structures, architectures, those things are there. In electrical, there will be circuits and devices, there will be network systems, synthesis, analysis, all those things are required into the electrical engineering system. So you must have the knowledge of those things to get into the interview of electrical as well as computer science.
Sir, out of these three, which engineering is best suitable for ISRO exam?
Mechanical, definitely mechanical. Okay, because as a mechanical engineer, na, if you are from aerospace engineering background, it's great to choose mechanical exam. Why? Because in mechanical exam you might have a good knowledge of electrical and computer science also. But if you will choose the electrical or computer science, na, then it's not easy at this point of a stage. Maybe might be in third year or final year, that you study electrical from beginning or something like that. It's not easy there. Okay.
No, sir, I'm actually not admitted to any college also. I'm selecting colleges now.
Okay, you are still in class 12.
Yes, sir, 12th finished.
Okay. Okay. So if you're still in have finished the 12th, then choose the college correctly. Okay. And see whatever is happening in the college, whatever study is going to happen in the college, you have to do 90% more than that. है ना? That's only for studying and getting a degree into aerospace engineering. Because for most of the things, a degree is required. But degree is required just for the sake of, like, a tag is there. It's not, maybe yes, IITs and NITs are preferred into India, but yes, in abroad skills are more preferred. Okay, and also this is the defense thing, it's related to defense. So for abroad jobs, it will be easy that you pave your path right from second year onwards. That you should also give some time, that how can I do masters in Germany or in Finland or in some other country for free. Like you can do masters in Germany for free if you can learn German and get a German course there. That's the very easy thing. You have 4 years ahead of you, and your masters can become free. So why not? Anna? So there are various tricks for masters also. You can go to abroad and do the job there. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, actually, my actual aim is to join ISRO only. So, as
Uh,
you said, very seats, very few seats are there for
yes,
aerospace.
yes, yes, yes. Not an easy thing. Like if you are a good uh, student of mathematics, have the probability of this thing. Probability. So in probability, you make the sample space. You probability, you see the permutation combinations and all those things.
Yes, sir.
Selections are there. Yeah. So if you're a good student of probability, you can calculate. Like I'm giving you a small example. 4,200 students have given the gate this year, gate 2022, and
Yes.
almost 80% of aerospace engineering students give the gate. So 20% means, maybe for 20% of 4,000 is 800. So approximately 7,500 students. Let's take 8,000. There are 8,000 aerospace engineering students right now of third year and second year. And only the final years are allowed for ISRO exam. Final years and passed out. Let's suppose that for mechanical branch only, for mechanical exam only, not branch, for mechanical exam only, there are 1 lakh students, or not 1 lakh, or 80,000, suppose, 80,000 students are giving that exam, because there are a lot of people who give that exam.
ICRB,
Suppose,
sir.
yeah, ICRB, yeah. So suppose there are
Okay.
80,000 students who are giving that exam, and that exam has a 70%, around 60% or 70% cutoff rate. Why? Because the exam is easy. Okay, so 60% to 70% cutoff rate. Now the students become very less. Out of that, those people will be asked for interview, and interview very less selections are there. If you will go to ICRB website and read the whole advertisement very carefully, you will get to know that it's not necessary that that whole vacancy will be filled. Whatever the cream candidates are there in the interview, suppose they are launching the 36 vacancies, it's not like they are going to fill those 36. Why? I told you, money is involved, risk is involved. If a country
Yes.
is asking India to send their satellites to space, India can't afford to have an engineer into their team who is not capable of handling the task. Got it?
Yes.
So that's how the stakes are high there. Okay, so you have to think of that thing into the matter, that how can I uh, make yourself valuable accordingly, है ना? And that you can do only if you have the skills the exact skills that are required for that particular job. Okay, so don't worry, है ना? Right now, after college, you will be able to do that, but yes, make a deadline of every year, like improve your mathematics first. You are going to be in the first year, second year, study mathematics first. Okay, study more and more mathematics. It might look very uninteresting. Don't read from the gate perspective, because in gate very few things are there, but read from the perspective of analytical thinking and all. Okay, so study mathematics there and keep following the channel. There will be various topics related to that thing, and it will be coming along with the book. No? Don't worry about that. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Now, this workshop will end here, and thank you very much for joining. We'll see you in the next workshop. Thank you.